Hello Scorpio, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead. How you doing, Scorpio? Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you, and we are looking at the week ahead. So I'm always reading for the week ahead. Scorpio, if you didn't know that, if you're brand new here, and if you are, welcome. I hope you'll stay. And if you are the ride or die and you're always back here, thanks for showing up, Scorpio. So let's find out what is going on for the week ahead. We're just going to use tarot this week. Just going to do a 9-card draw. That's what I've been enjoying this week. And at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you about private reads, how to get a private read, and also if you're interested in an extended. Let's find out what's going on for you, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Scorpio. We've got the 6 of Swords. All right. Got the Knight of Swords. And we've got the Emperor energy. I think you are taking back control. That's what it feels like. It feels like you're taking back control, and it also feels as though you have decided to do it in the calmest and bravest way. I think you're doing it in fire. So somebody here might have a fire placement, Moon or Rising possibly. It feels like possibly even Sun, right? Because you could be cross-watching, but it does feel like you are about to do something really brave here. And it does feel like the brave thing that you're going to do has to do with your mind. So it does feel like you're either changing your mind or you're moving out of some sort of chaos in order to make it calmer wherever you are. But nonetheless, I see you here as taking control. Possibly you have an Aries placement. Tell me more. We've got the 8 of Wands. Center of the reading is the 3 of Swords. Interesting. And then we have the 6 of Cups. We have the 5 of Pentacles. We have the Fool. And we have the Queen of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Pentacles and the 4 of Swords. It feels like it's been slow healing for you. That there is a healing going on for you, but that it's been very slow. And I think it's because you are... I feel like it's because you're choosing it that way. It feels like you're reassessing something or analyzing something, and it's taking a really long time. So you could be looking back in childhood. You could be looking back in trauma. It feels like you are taking your time. Put these here. Talk about those later. All right. So it does feel like there is something that's about to speed up here. I think that you've been really brave through some sort of heartache or heartbreak or anguish, or the 3 of Swords being at the center of the reading tells me that you've been going through some heartache or heartbreak. And it feels like it is, I want to say that you're very brave, Scorpio, for doing this. This is something, it feels like you are healing from some type of, because I'm looking at the 4 of Swords and the bottom of the deck, it's been very slow healing, but it does feel like you're healing from some sort of heartache or heartbreak. It might even be from the past for some of you. It doesn't have to be anything that's present moment. But I want to say that you're really brave to do this. You have finally decided to take back your power here, to get in control of your memories. I feel like we are looking at pain from the past. So I don't know what kind of pain or what caused that pain. For some of you, it could be childhood. It feels like trauma. I'm going to say it feels like childhood trauma or trauma from the past. Could be trauma from a relationship, and it does feel like it's heartbreak or heartache, that it feels as though it's been hard for you to heal from it, is what it feels like. It's been a very slow moving process to the stability of the mind here. I think things are going to speed up in terms of your healing from here. It feels like there's a new door that is going to be opening for you, and you are coming in from out of the cold. And I think you're doing that because you're now making sense of things, is what it feels like. It takes a lot of bravery to go from a place where you felt really sort of unstable with the whole situation, or with life, or with work, or with whatever we're talking about in terms of a situation, but it does feel like it's mental. I'm going to be honest. It does feel like it's up in the mind. Look at this here, right? Oh, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Interesting. So you are releasing some sort of anguish or pain from the past. And so I want to say that if your healing has been really slow up to here because of the Knight of Pentacles and the Four of Swords, I feel like healing is about to move forward a little bit quicker. You know, healing is not linear, right? And especially if you're doing a therapy, a specific type of therapy, or therapy at all, it's a time piece, right? It takes a lot of time to heal from something that happened that was heartbreaking. And I feel like for some of you here that there was something here that really scarred you. So it feels like it was possibly from childhood, but it definitely is just nostalgia. It's like you're trying to heal the mind from thoughts. And now that the Queen of Swords is here, the Queen of Swords is showing up to make sense of all of it. So it feels like you are going from this place of feeling sort of lost, like adrift, I'm going to say, but you finally have left the chaos of the instability. You go from instability to the Emperor energy, which is, I'm never going to let this happen again. You know what it is? It's kind of cool, but it feels like somebody here is rescuing the inner child. And for any of you who have gone through therapy, you will know what I'm talking about. I think you are becoming, Scorpio, the person that the child in you, that you would have saved. Like, I feel like you're becoming the adult that the child in you needed, is what it feels like here. Tell me about the Knight of Wands, because it feels like with the Knight of Wands that this is bravery, but it is also instability. And I feel like it's a little bit of instability of the mind, that possibly in the past you'd been acting out in passion, or fire, or angry thoughts, possibly fiery thoughts. And what I mean by that is I kind of mean like instability. Like you couldn't, not that you were unstable mentally, but you couldn't make a decision. You had a really hard time being brave. You really didn't know what you want. Tell me what the Knight of Wands is here for. We've got the Chariot in the reverse. So you had been stuck for a very long time, I feel. For a long time, you had been stuck in this energy of emotion. And so I feel like you are now rising above that, because the Emperor is here. We have the Seven of Swords. You realize it's all lies. Whatever they've been saying, whatever you've been saying to yourself, it's all illusion. It's all lies. And it feels like you come to a realization here. We can see that there are 3 swords on here. It's the 7, but there are 3 swords here. We've got the sword that is pointed down. It feels like you're coming to a realization. You've not yet had the aha moment. I feel like it's coming in the week ahead. And it feels like it was an illusion. It's like when you put the bridle or the halter on the horse, right? The horse, I did see a video one time, and I used to ride horses now and again when I was younger. And the horse, somebody walked up to it without the bridle, put it on, put it in their mouth, tied it up on the side of their head, but they didn't have one. But it was just, they were pretending to do it. And as they did this and walked the horse away, the horse followed them. And so that's what it feels like. It feels like it was something that was programmed into your DNA from long ago. And it feels like you were stuck there, but that was a lie. And I feel like it made you a little bit, like it didn't give you any stability in your life growing up, possibly. But I feel like now you're realizing that those wounds that you acquired, possibly in childhood or back there from a relationship, from a terrible employer, or from the way you were raised, it feels like you're realizing now that that you are the person in charge, that it was all a lie. We've got the King of Wands, and the King of Wands is very brave also. The King of Wands is very brave, but also very inspiring. So it feels like you have been inspired to just stand up and go. I feel like you've been stuck there for a while, but I think it was a lie, and I think that the King of Wands energy within you, because the Emperor is the King of Wands. The Emperor is all of the kings, by the way, and this is wisdom that the Emperor has. So you've grown into some type of wisdom, and it's almost like you have you've been feeling more inspired lately to be in this Emperor energy. Tell me about the Emperor energy, please, for Scorpio. Whether you're feminine or masculine, remember that. I'm not reading body parts here. Tell me about the Emperor. What do we need to know about the Emperor? We've got the Judgment card. You're being reborn as the Emperor here. And we've got the Four of Wands and the Queen of Cups. That's the thing. Look, those of you who are the warriors, and you know who you are, and it's nothing to say anything bad about anyone who had a beautiful childhood. I'm glad that you did. But for those of you who are the warriors, the ones who have been walking as quickly as you could through hell, because that's what you've been living in, I feel like someone here is being reborn into the Emperor energy. It feels like you're about to get this emotional stability, strength, and really beautiful, kind compassion and empathy. Because I really don't know anyone who's come from a really hard life and who has healed themselves who doesn't have compassion for another. So I feel like although you are stepping into this energy of control where you're realizing you were always the one that was in control, you're inspired to be reborn into stability with the Four of Wands. And the Queen of Cups tells me that you have a little soft spot for people who have gone through the same thing that you've gone through. Let's talk about this Three of Swords and the Six of Cups here. Tell me more about Scorpio, please. Got the King of Swords. Yeah, look at that. I love it. And the Ten of Cups and the Knight of Swords. So look, I feel like you came to save yourself. I feel like now you're speaking it out. You're telling people now that you are in this Ten of Cups energy, and if you aren't there, you possibly might feel like you're there next week. It feels like you are now in a place where you're in this stage of happiness that, by the way, you grew all by yourself. I don't think anyone gave it to you. I don't think you used relationships or addictions or anything to get happy. I feel like you found the way to happiness, or you will find the way to happiness. Because just remember, this is a general reading. For some of you, it may resonate in the week ahead, and for some of you, it may not resonate for a long while. So the cool thing is that we have the Three of Swords and the King of Swords. I really do feel that you go from this broken-hearted, disappointed, sort of depressive energy, and you grow into the King of Swords with it. So now you start to speak from experience, and you start to tell people about your experiences as a child or whatever back there. It feels like you're healing from something that really went on back there that was traumatic, whether that is a relationship or childhood possibly, or maybe you're healing from another life. We do come here with some of the wounds from the last life, and that's why sometimes we're triggered and we don't know why we're triggered into having poor reactions to some things. It does feel like you've now become the brave warrior with the Knight of Swords being here, but your sword is your words. You are now speaking up for other people. You are inspiring other people to do the same thing you did. Don't be scared to jump into it. Don't be scared to dig into it. It's only going to bring you happiness. I feel like the King of Swords is speaking their ultimate truth, and in a way that they don't really care if people like it. I feel like you've gone through a situation that many people have, but everybody's situation is unique to them and very different. And I feel like you are speaking now about how you came from the Three of Swords, and now you're speaking very honestly and truthfully about the Ten of Cups and how it is that you got there. You got there by being a warrior of words, it looks like, and speaking to other people about their children, or about being parents, or the things that you do, the things that you say become the inward dialogue of your child. So it feels like you're now stepping up to become some sort of an authority through what you've learned, and it does feel like you are speaking aloud. Now, I do feel as we go into this energy here that there is going to be a chapter of your life opening, and it almost feels like the chapter of your life has you as a spokesperson for something, because the King and the Queen of Swords Queen of Swords especially, is somebody who will stand up, who is the King of Swords is more like a lawyer, a judge, a magistrate, someone who's going to give all the facts and the points, and you can trust that what I'm saying is true and honest because I have all the facts. But the Queen of Swords is more of the person who would stand at the podium and tell everybody exactly what I've learned. So here, giving people a warning, I would say. The Fool is telling me here that I feel that at times you did feel foolish about speaking up, but I don't think you do anymore, because the Queen and the King both have a lot of confidence in what they say, because they don't speak anything that they're not sure of. They speak about the facts and the truth. And so the Fool is here, and I feel like you have finally taken off the mask of the court jester. And I don't think anybody put that mask on. I think you did, because I think you were hiding from the truth. I don't think you are anymore. And I think that now you don't really care if you're on the outside looking in. You don't really care if you're on the outside looking in. I feel like there is like a potential for you to make money or be seen or speak at a podium or speak at an engagement. It feels like there's a new door opening here, Scorpio, something that could be coming up in the future, maybe not next week, but maybe in the future, that you'll be speaking about your experiences and how you went from being in the Three of Swords and the Six of Cups, how you went from this traumatic place in the past to gaining control of your life. I feel like you are someone who is going to be inspiring to others. Tell me about the Fool and the Queen of Swords, please. We've got the Devil, we've got the Page of Swords, and we've got the Four of Pentacles. And so it feels like what you'll be speaking about is you'll be telling people how, by rebuilding your world with the Three of Pentacles, we can see the Four of Pentacles is here, and the Three of Pentacles is under one hand, and that Ace of Pentacles is in the other. I feel like the foundation that you've built through speaking is going to bring in this Ace of Pentacles here, is what it feels like. And the Four of Swords tells me people are observing you. You might be doing this online. You could be doing this in person. But it feels like you are going to be telling people about how you can pick someone out of a crowd that is an abuse victim, someone who's being abused, like a child or spouses. Or it feels like this Devil energy here with the Page of Swords is telling me that you observed the Devil up close, and therefore there's no way that people can get away with it with you now. I feel like you've got some sort of a devil detector, is what it feels like with this Page of Swords. Now you look the devil in the face, and you're willing to observe from a distance. You're willing to observe the devil, observe the fear, the doubt, all of that stuff that the devil brings with. I feel like you are someone who's curious about it now. It does feel like you have built a new foundation for yourself, and it does feel like you're probably going to be invited to make money by speaking about all of these things. Look, maybe you're going to write about it. Maybe you're going to write a memoir. Maybe you're going to tell people about it. Maybe you're going to be speaking at a TED Talk. Like, I don't know, but it feels like there's something here that's bringing you from the outside to the inside, to this new chapter of your life here. Bottom of the deck, we have the Magician. Look, that is the person who is the alchemist, right? The person who takes pain and alchemizes it into opportunity and into whatever they want it to be, into love, right? The Ace of Cups, into passion, the Ace of Wands, because the Magician has all of the aces in hand. We have the Ace of Wands, right? And so it feels like this is going to be your passion. Your passion is how you alchemized your life and how you now love yourself more than you did, or that the bonds that you have with people are now, you can now carry on with some sort of, you're bonding with other people who are passionate about the same things that you are passionate for. The Ten of Swords is here. We're going to go into the extended, and we're going to talk more about this, because look at this. You turn into this person who builds a business or a reputation or money or something. It really does feel like somebody here has a story to tell. So it feels like there is something being built here, that the reason that you went through all of this was so you could show people how to find their stability, how to find emotional stability through building the self through confidence is what it feels like. So we're going to go into the extended, and if you want to be there, and we'll talk more about this, we'll clarify all the rest of this. We haven't even gotten into that, so we'll talk more about this. And I was just going to say the King and the Queen of Swords are here, so it feels like someone notices you doing that. So I feel like you're going to be noticing someone who's going to mirror you, possibly going to pull you into their tribe, or say, you're a person that does what I do. You need to talk to other people. It feels like that sort of interest. So it feels like someone is showing up in your life that is going to show you the way. If you want to go to the extended, please look in the pinned comment. It is above all of the comments right under the video. And you can purchase this extended outright if you'd like to. But we go into the membership area, which where all of the extendeds are to all of the different signs, if you're looking for more than one sign. And if you're interested in private reads, I do have private reads going. Pre-recorded reads, you can still get the pricing by looking at the Hypsee link if you want to click on Hypsee and look at my pricing. And also I am offering live readings. So I had a beautiful live reading with Amy yesterday. It was so much fun. And I'm looking forward to speaking to you. So it's between 5 and 75% off if you'd like a live reading over the phone or via video. Take whichever one you like. And I'm going to go into the extended. If you're there, great. And if you're not, that's cool too, because I'll be back, because I'm always back. You take care. Scorpio. Thanks. Bye-bye.